Greetings, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time I'm taking the road less travelled as I check out a new adventure game called Road 96 Mile Zero. This game was developed by small developer Digixart and was published by Ravencourt, the guys behind the medieval city builder Siege Survival Gloria Victis, which I hope to cover in the future. This game is the latest entry in the Road 96 series and is the prequel to the original game, which was an extremely popular adventure in its own right. Road 96 Mile Zero departs from the original, which was essentially a road trip, which relied on a detailed story and some difficult decision making. The prequel combines several game genres including story-driven adventure, rhythm matching and runner-style roller skating experience. Unfortunately, this game released to mixed reviews, with fans of the original criticising the game's more shallow storytelling, overly simplistic skating sequences, less impactful decisions and a short length. While these criticisms are accurate, I did enjoy the game design. However, I can't help but wonder if it's due to me not having the expectations of the fans who already finished the first game. Road 96 Mile Zero takes place during the mid-90s, in the fictional location of Petria, a nation ravaged by natural disaster, civil war and political strife. It follows the adventures of Zoe, the daughter of a high-ranking government official, who was left traumatized after witnessing a terrorist attack as a child, and Kaito, a member of Petria's oppressed lower class. Despite their different upbringing and the contrasting social classes, Zoe and Kaito have become best friends. But their friendship is tested when Kaito becomes entangled with the anti-government resistance called the Black Brigade. They seek to uncover the corruption of the ruling class, resulting in both Zoe and Kaito questioning their core beliefs, and ultimately deciding where their loyalties lie. The story plays out through a series of decisions you'll need to make, which will affect your relationship with each other and your friends and family, eventually deciding Zoe and Kaito's fate through one of the game's endings. The problem with this approach, at least for me, was that the game doesn't take much time to focus on the supporting characters, such as Zoe and Kaito's families, so it made it hard for me to empathise with them. Plus, the game's 8 endings feel very similar, so the decisions didn't feel very impactful. The other part of the game's campaign plays out through its mini-games. This includes creating graffiti art, building improvements to your base, and testing your skills via several rhythm-based challenges. However, the meat of Road 96 Mile Zero lies in its skating experience called rides. These place a player in a series of otherworldly landscapes, representing the relationship between Zoe and Kaito and their changing view of the world. These sequences were my favourite aspect of the game, as the psychedelic visuals and obstacles moving to the beat of the game's funky soundtrack was a real trip. Each ride requires you to collect pickups, avoid obstacles, and complete quick-time events to complete them successfully. You'll be rated on your performance upon completion, with the coveted S+ rank requiring a few attempts to achieve. While the game's excellent controls made the skating an extremely enjoyable experience, I was disappointed to discover you can't pull off any skating tricks outside simple slides and jumps. In a skating game, this is criminal. These sections felt a little too easy, with even a beginner like myself able to get S+ rank on all the rides with only a few goes. As a sequel, Road 96 Mile Zero didn't hit quite home for some of the fan base, as many people wanted a sequel to the original game rather than a prequel. I also think the game suffered due to the high expectations set by the previous entry in the series. While I personally enjoyed the game, I think it would have benefited from a more focused story, more meaningful decisions, a less heavy-handed approach to the political message, and a bigger focus on the skating sections, which, in my opinion, are the best part of the game. I'm glad I did try the game out, because it made me aware of the Road 96 series and encouraged me to hunt down the original game. If you're a fan of skating and adventure games, or if you're a hardcore fan of the original Road 96, then you may want to check this game out. But I would recommend picking it up on sale. I hope you enjoyed this review of Road 96 Mile Zero, and if you did, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe, as it really helps the channel. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you join me next time when we look at another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.